I've been incredibly lazy, so much so that I've started to think that my inner slob is beginning to win. But today I'm going to fight back and show him who's boss. So welcome to today's ride. I don't know how far I'm going to be cycling exactly. I think it's going to be more or less about 40 kilometers or so, but it will be quite hilly. This is actually the longest ride I've done since I've returned from Italy and started to feel very lazy. My planned route today is going to take me out to a place called Soberton, and there I'll start climbing up past Cutthroat Lane, get to the top of Corehampton Down, and then I'll go up Beacon Hill, and then depending on how I'll feel, I'll descend the other side and either do Old Winchester Hill, which is quite hard, or I'll do what I'll call my Lost Road, and then I'll come back home via a place called Clanfield. Should be a great ride. I did try riding this exact same route a couple of weeks ago for the exact same reason, but I got about 10 kilometers in and had a puncture, and while I was changing the tube I discovered that I had a broken spoke, so I thought better of it and cycled home. And then over the couple of weeks since then I've just become even more lazy. So yeah, today I need to kind of prove something to myself. This is the village of Newtown, and this is as far as I got last time. Let's hope I don't have a repeat performance. The thing about Newtown is that it's got quite a short, very difficult climb, but the last time I came this way, I came with somebody called Martin, and he showed me a slightly easier route. Trouble is, I can't quite remember where it is, and I think I've already passed it, so yeah, I might as well just carry on up this difficult climb now. Halfway up it anyway. The good news is that I found Martin's route, but the bad news is I don't think it saved me anything. The main climb is much shorter, but it's much steeper, about 11, 12, 13%. And Martin's climb is longer, that's about 7%. So swings and roundabouts, I suppose. The weather today isn't actually too bad. It's one of these more mild autumnal days, and the current temperature is 16 degrees Celsius. And although it's a little bit on the cool side for me to wear shorter kit, I have seen other cyclists out and about today in either short shorts or full-on short kit. That's brave. Although it's quite dry today, it has been wet and it's still very windy, and unfortunately that means that there is going to be some sort of debris on the road from all the stuff that's been blown down from the trees. So I do have to pick my route sometimes with a bit more care. Morning. This is my first main climb of the day. I call it Cutthroat Lane climb, but it's actually called Sheep Pond Lane. And I call it the Cutthroat Lane because a lane actually called Cutthroat Lane joins onto it. The climb is about 1.7 kilometers long, and it's really nice. It's quite gradual, not too difficult. But the last time I came up here, I was with a couple of cycling chums, and I kind of felt the need to push it a little bit and keep up with them. Today I can go up at more my own pace. The name Cutthroat Lane always raises a few eyebrows when I mention it on the channel, and many people have asked me if I know the history of it. Well, the short answer is no, but I've been chatting to a few people, and we think that, you know, these roads are hundreds of years old, and it may well be that back in the day somebody genuinely did have their throat cut down there. But our likely thinking is that it was just a cut through, because it cuts a corner off, and over the years it kind of got changed and misheard and whatnot, and became Cutthroat Lane. And no sooner have I caught my breath after the first climb, I'm straight on to the second climb of Beacon Hill, and this is a fair bit harder. It's 2.5 kilometers long. Starts off relatively easy, which is why I'm kind of able to talk, and then it just gets tighter and tighter and tighter until you are at one of the highest spots in Hampshire. That's me at the top of the second climb, and for both of them I wasn't trying to push it too hard or get any PRs or anything. I was just trying to pace myself and take it nice and easy. I didn't make life that easy for myself though, because I'm actually riding my gravel bike, which is ironically the heaviest bike that I own, but it does have the lowest gear ratio. And coming up Beacon Hill, I didn't even have to go down into my lowest gear. Just ticking away at like 85 revs and feeling fairly comfortable. Now I'm at the top, I've got a choice to make. I can either take Old Winchester Hill home, which is long and tough, or I take my Lost Road, which is not quite so long but still fairly tough. And I've just thought of a third option of going back down Beacon Hill and through the village of Swanmore. That's the longer route, but there aren't so many tough climbs on it. So in the words of the song, what do I take, the hard or the soft option? So okay, I've taken the soft option, and I'm now cycling down Beacon Hill and taking the Swanmore route. And part of my rationale is, yes, I am taking the easier route, but it dawned on me in all my years of cycling around here, I've never once ridden down Beacon Hill. This is the first time I've ever done it. Well, that descent was quite interesting. It was a lot longer than I imagined. Gives you some idea of what you're climbing up when you do it in reverse. This road out to Swanmore is a route that I normally do in reverse, and again it's very eye-opening. When I go the other way, it's actually quite tough, and now I know why. I'm on quite a descent now, and it's quite good fun just riding this road in reverse and almost having a free ride on these downhills. And no wonder it felt relatively easy on the outward leg, because I'm now riding into a block headwind. Looks like it's not all rainbows and unicorns. There's a nasty, cheeky little climb. Kilometers in now, and I've looped back round to Newtown, but I've just taken a little road off, and that'll bring me back onto the little crossroads that I use when I do the Buns Benton Hoe route. But I'll turn right there and carry on through to Denmead. I'm just on the home straight now, and I've kind of surprised myself. I've ridden further than I thought I was going to, but at the same time I am still feeling a little bit tired now, and there are different kinds of tired. So I'm feeling tired in my legs, which suggests my leg strength isn't up to it. I'm feeling tired in my cardiovascular system, so I need to work on that. And I'm just running out of energy, so I didn't fuel properly, so that's what I need to work on as well. So yeah, 3 kinds of tired. Well, there we go, that's today's ride done and dusted, and it's all the 5s, so 55 kilometers and 550 meters of climbing. That's considerably more than the 40 kilometers I first thought, and hopefully that sent a clear message to my inner slob that I'm in charge. But having said that, if you've been watching these vlogs regularly, you'll know that I've been doing something called the Woodruff Challenge, where I have to ride my bike at least 1 kilometer every single day, either out on the road or on the turbo trainer. Now today is day 292, but I fear tomorrow may be the last day before I can't ride it anymore, well, for at least for a while. And if you want to see why that is, I haven't made the vlog yet, but when I do, it will appear just here and you can click on it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.